What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 2 of Christmas looks. We actually had pictures done today, and I was definitely inspired to do like a red and green look. So if you want to see how I create it, keep on watching. Since we're going to be taking photographs outside, we're going to be using the Marc Jacobs Undercover. Okay, so this is an actual blurring primer. Okay, and I want to target particular spots before I spread it out. Okay, so definitely my nose and my, well, basically my T-zone, because I have some pores here in this area. All right, so as that is already set, we are going to go ahead in with our Becca under eye. Okay, remember, a little bit goes a long way. Okay, probably because of the sake of pictures. So since this is a brightening kind of product, okay, I'm going to block out those areas or use it on those areas that get, I don't want to say particularly darker, but it's more discolored. Okay. Same brush. This is the It Cosmetics Pro Airbrush Concealer brush. Okay. And we are stippling. And last parts of the forehead. Again with the Nars, this is light perfecting setting powder, but we're going to again use that kind of like as the under part here. Remember to roll it in. And over the creasable areas that you applied makeup to, or the concealer to. We're going to be using this Makeup Forever Ultra HD. What that does is it diffuses the light so that way it's not concentrated in a certain area, you know, in one particular problem area. And it blurs out imperfections. Okay, but with this one you have to spray again, swirl it in there carefully, and then sweep it. Okay, we are going to go straight into the eyes using Urban Decay Primer Potion. Again, spreading with the finger. My spoolie here, and instead of that sponge, we're going to actually use the spoolie to brush the brows to absorb any oils or the moisturizers that I had put on my skin. With Precisely My Brow from Benefit, we're going to go ahead, and especially again, it's a wax product, it's going to adhere better to the eyebrow. All right, so we're just about finished with our eyebrows, just need to brush them. Okay. All right, they look like this, using a combination. All right, so there's the Huda Emerald. Okay, we're going to be using some of the greens here. It is in the color Jackpot. Let me show you this color too. So here's that one. And as far as the red, I'm thinking I'm going to be using the Huda Desert Dusk palette, but with the saffron color, that shade of red. Don't want to go too bright and make it look like I have pink eye or anything like that. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'm going to go out with the green, so it'll be the transition color, contour color, and then have the red. Green first. I'm thinking that we can start this as a transition color. Don't know what color that is, but it's like a more olive drab than anything, and start off really light here. Okay, so that's a good start. And then we're going to go in with this more green color. diffuse it amongst that olive. Okay, so now that that's diffused even further, what I am going to do now is I'm going to take my dose of color, this olive here, with a more direct, I guess, concentrated brush, swirly, swirly, and we're going to go right into the contour to give it more depth. You see? Don't be afraid to use colors, to mix colors, because you don't know what you're missing. And we're going to kind of go down the latter third and then fade out with another brighter green. So probably that Crayola green looking color. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, Blood Moon. So it's kind of like this shimmery, reddish rose color. Okay. Just start kind of going up, and you'll see why I did that here in a second. Okay, and so now we're going to go in with the saffron. And starting from that part that we had used a Blood Moon, we're going to sweep it into there so that way it's a nice transition. Without having to carve out the eye necessarily. Okay, so here's what that will look like. And then we are going to go in with Turkish Delight and go right in that center. Okay, so now we have that brightness in there, in that corner. And then again with our angled brush, using Cosmo to kind of create our point here. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back. All right, so both eyes are done. Next, we're going in with our Tom Ford. Now, yesterday I only did 3/4 of the eye, but because of the extra that's there, we're going to go all the way across the eye. So I have a scar on my left eye. I had surgery when I was in 4th grade, and anytime that it goes over that scar, it looks like it skips, but it's actually the scar. So we kind of have to cheat a little bit, but that's okay. All right. And then we are going to take our Bad Gal Bang mascara. And this one I'm going to use 2 coats of. Usually I only just put 1 coat because 1 coat does enough with my lashes. But we are going to be using 2 coats. Okay, so that was 1 coat, and then we're going to use another coat. All right, so the eyes are done with 2 coats of mascara. They stand out very well. I'm going to take a little spoolie though to kind of separate them a tidbit more. Now I'm happy. All right, so for the base, we're going to be using the Iconic London palette that I received in my BoxyCharm. Okay, so there's some highlighters. There's like a contour that I'm going to consider a contour because it's more gray, cool. Okay, and with my Marc Jacobs Slanted Blush Brush. Okay, man, I'm using brushes that aren't for what they're for, but it works, right? Okay, so we're going to contour real light. Okay, like how this is muted. It's more of a cool tone because I want to create that depth on camera. I don't know what that is.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, darling.
I don't have to put foundation on, right?
It's up to you. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the Sephora light brush or light powder brush, okay, and we're going to be using the Diffused Heat, the Ambient blush from Hourglass, okay, because it has the highlighter mixed with the color. It'll be just a touch of color, kind of like sun-kissed, if that makes sense, but without being too pink. Kind of give you depth. Okay, and then what we're going to be using is more of this kind of goldy type highlighter. There isn't a color because I want my stuff to pop a little bit. Again with the gold. Kind of sweeping up. We're going to take our finger though, kind of go at the tip of our nose and upward. Okay, and now you notice that I did not use foundation or anything like that. I want this to be a little bit more glowy and matte. Okay, so we're going to be using the Marc Jacobs Accomplice powder. Okay, and it's got that blurring effect to it. So the powder brush I'm going to be using is the Featherweight powder brush from Sephora. We're going to swirl and kind of like press in, because now what it does with that blurring primer is that it holds everything in place. All right, and then what I'm going to take next is the Wet n Wild Pigment. It's a gold color. It's called Carol. And we are going to tap just a teeny bit. Okay, and we're going to be using the fluffer brush again. I have my little cleaner thing here. I'm gonna go right up there, right up there, and the tops of the cheeks. Okay, and because again we want a neutral type of lip, we're going to be using this Bite Beauty. If stuff doesn't fall. Okay, like that. It's called Glaze. It's the lip crayon, and it's neutral.
Mom, it won't stay up.
All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and set our makeup. And here's our look. Here's our holiday look. And this is going to be the makeup look that I'm going to be wearing for picture day today. I want to thank you for watching and being a part of my channel, my little family. I am so forever grateful for you. Okay, stay tuned for tomorrow's look. We're going to have a lot of fun with even more color. All right, bye.